We here at the Game & Saloon Riff Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon Riff Tracks for July 12th, 2014, with your host, Beastmaker2448.
And ramp it up, Salon.
Oh, the tears that have been shed this past week.
Yes.
There have been legit tears shed.
And a lot of rage.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know. I'm sure people are all up in arms. It's like, why did that fight go that way? And I'll be honest, that a lot of us were thinking it was going to go that way. But they're at least making it
go the opposite way.
Yeah. But at least the way they're making it go makes sense. This isn't a twist for the sake of a twist. This is a twist that is built upon things in the show. So I have to applaud that.
Of course, you know, here again, Gaim has took what everyone expects and does the exact opposite.
Yeah.
The exact opposite. It's like it's following the pattern that everyone else is used to. So they're thinking, okay, we know what's going to happen next week. And then the next week it goes, whoop, we'll take a turn here that you weren't expecting.
Like, one thing that they've slowly been evolving. Have you noticed that Kaito has slowly but surely been fighting with the Sonic arrow when he's been in Limit Energy reverse grip?
I haven't paid much attention to that, actually.
Yeah, he's held the Sonic arrow upside down for a lot. Hell, this week in this week's episode, he actually fires it upside down.
Huh.
Which is something I haven't really taken notice of, but like slowly but sure, I'm like, yeah, he does fight reverse grip with it. I wonder why. It just seems kind of.
Huh. You see, if it was after this week's episode, I could understand.
Yeah.
Because there's underlying reasons why he would be fighting differently, but that,
No, he's been doing it for weeks. He didn't. I don't think he did it initially when he got a Limit Energy, but slowly but surely he started to do that more and more. Is fight with it reverse grip. Which I think makes him kind of different from the rest of the people who use the Sonic arrow. But anyway, last week with Yu-Gi-Oh, just to transition a bit. We got our Mako duel and a part of a duel with Mokuba. And this week, Yugi must face Kaiba! Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Who is this mysterious version of Kaiba? And why does he have that baseball under the eyes paint thing? Like seriously, he has that.
My guess is it's because it's not really him.
Do you want me to spoil the episode? Spoil the twist that doesn't come till the end of episode 9 or not?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be looking at those two first. Those two, but first, let's talk Gaim. And this episode that has brought tears to many a fan's eyes.
And rage to everyone else's.
Yes. and some shock, too. Let's not forget the shock.
I think shock was initially when it happened.
Yes.
Like when we were all watching the Raw.
Mm-hmm. I know, I was stunned. I'm like, holy shit, they went there. They dare to go against the fans. They dare to do something unexpected, but yet still works in the context of the show.
Well, you know why they did something to go against the fans. They already did something for the fans. I mean, you even said Baron Lemon Energy was not supposed to happen.
But yeah, it happened because Kaito is popular. Hell, I've seen fan art of a Kiwami arms for Baron.
I bet that would be awesome.
Essentially, it's like a gold version with a different armor setup, and it actually gives Baron a sword.
And in theory, there's no reason why that couldn't happen.
No, not really.
Because all that uses is the Sengoku driver. There really is no reason why any of the riders that have a Sengoku driver could not go Kiwami.
Yeah, all they need is the Kachidoki, then the Kiwami.
So that's what I've kind of thought's weird.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time that Kota had Kachidoki, they were all just trying to get it away from him. None of them were sitting back thinking, we need to get that so we can use it. It was just, we need to get that away from him so we can shut him down if we have to.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you missed the bigger picture there, didn't you?
It's like, if I have this lock seed, then I can become the samurai tank. Anyway, episode 36, A Brotherly Conclusion. Zengatsu versus Shin Zengatsu. Or Zengatsu Shin, that's the Wikipedia article calls it.
AKA Melon Bowl.
Yes! The Melon Bowl 2014. Everyone had their popcorn ready for this, and yeah. That popcorn kind of got thrown in the trash after anybody in this episode.
More like got thrown at the TV/computer screen, depending on what you were watching it on.
Oh. Alright. Alright, picking up where we left off from last week. Kota essentially gets smacked around while he's going, Michi, the fuck you doing? Michi, why you being a dick? We were friends, man. We used to be friends and dance together, and we had that whole like primary, secondary rider relationship, buddies, partners for life, man. Eventually Kota gets dehinged, and then that causes Takatoru to go, Michi, fuck you doing? I taught you better than this. I raised you better than this, damn it. Which gets Michi all sorts of riled up, as he's just like, fuck you both. Just fuck you both.
And he so much as told Takatoru that he can do his job better than he could ever fucking do.
Yeah, he even dares to call Takatoru useless because Younger still is no more. He is nothing. Which I'm sure anyone who's watched the show up to this point is like, Michi, them fighting words. This motherfucker could kick your ass with one arm.
Tied behind his back.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? He kind of does. He fights with just a saber for the end fight, but we'll get there.
Although, when we get there, there is something I learned about Zangetsu that I did not realize could actually happen before.
Oh.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Kaito arrives on scene, essentially going, Kota, I kind of told you so. I'm kind of here to make sure you don't get your ass killed. Just saying. But he is quickly intercepted by Ryu, who slaps him away and injures him, drawing blood from his staff / spear / helper. Her. I forgot.
Yeah. We don't
Still
need
getting
people
used to that
raging.
idea. Still getting used to that idea that Ryu's a chick. I'm like, my God, nothing in your design says chick.
Yeah, no.
which is so odd in terms of tokusatsu, because usually if it's a female monster, there is something to denote female.
Yeah.
But there's nothing.
It really don't look like it. I mean, I guess you could loosely consider all the jewelry.
Yeah, maybe, but
in the same sense, I've seen that with others before, so it's like, huh?
Yeah, not even the voice gives it because it sounds so masculine, and
Yeah.
hell, it is a guy doing the voice, which just makes things even weirder. Although that's not unusual for Japan. You know Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
You know he's voice acted by a female in Japan, right? For years, even to this day. That's a chick playing him. Like, legit. So I'm like, that's not surprising. Not the first time I've heard about this. So yeah, Kaito gets injured. Red Yu's like, I still need Michi, and grabs him and ninjas away. As our heroes are left absolutely stunned by the fact that Michi is a prick. Welcome to 20 episodes ago, our boys. We kind of knew this. Alright, back at Team Gaim HQ, or everyone calls it garage. Calls it the garage. I just call it their HQ because, well, what else am I gonna call it? Oh yes, it's a garage. Doesn't Team Baron have a garage too? And technically, that's not a garage. not really. There's no way you get a car out of there. And how the fuck they got a car in there, I don't know.
Nor do you want to know.
Yeah. Essentially, Kota fills in the rest of the guys up on this, and yeah, no one's happy. And much like the audience, yeah, they're essentially going, "Fuck off, Michi. We don't care about you anymore." Of course, Kota and Mai are a bit more defensive. I kind of said that was in Marinar that it was they kind of just want their friend back. Yeah, no, they don't know what's happened to them, but they want their friend back that they got to dance with and hang out with and be buddy
They don't
with.
completely believe that he's evil.
Yes. Which Kaito, after examining his wound and seeing it's glowing bright ass green, covers it up and is like, Kota, you are nuts. If you look into his soul and you find nothing except darkness, what the fuck you gonna do then, Kota, huh? What are you gonna do then? Which Kota's left a little bit speechless by this, and I kind of don't blame him. He's holding on to the slimmest of slim hopes that his friend is still somewhere deep down a good guy, which I think by this point we know is not the case.
Oh, if you don't before this episode, you do after it.
Uh-huh. Outside, Minato essentially tells Takatora everything that's happened since he's been in the forest. It's like, oh, Senkoku's gone. He blasted off into space, Team Rocket style. You are with them because you got betrayed, and you're teaming up with them to help them. Michi's been a dick. City's overrun. They try to blow it up. Okay, so that sounds like just another day in the office for us, kind of.
Except for shit hit the fan.
Yeah. He's probably thinking, probably should have got back here sooner. Minato even asked Takatora if he's still mad at her for the whole sending me over a cliff thing. He's like, look, look, we're in a really screwed up situation. Right now, no. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, it was pretty much one of those he told her that, yeah, that was in the past. We're just not even going to fool with it.
Right. I'm gonna completely forget that you're a part of the group that sent me over a damn cliff trying to kill me, and have been plotting behind my back ever since you were a part of our organization.
Well, he
Now
don't know
what?
that part.
True. Now once this is all over with, maybe we'll have words about it, but for now, no. And eventually, Takatora gets on the subject of Michi, and he just flat out goes, "If he's working with the overlords, he's an enemy. There's no getting around that."
Yeah, he flat out said anyone working with the overlords is an enemy.
Which leads us to Michi having a talk with Ryu, where he finds out that Ryu killed his family first, and took great joy in her. Damn it!
I'm gonna be correcting you the rest of Red U's run.
Yep. Well, she took great pleasure in toying with them every chance she got until she finally killed them. Which is something that Michi has been doing quite often lately, is toying with people. And he even, damn it, she even tells him that if he kills his brother, he will be on her level then. Because up until now, Michi hasn't killed anybody. So he's not become a true villain just yet.
No, he's just been a sub-villain dick piece of shit.
He's essentially been Redyu's little minion to do things with.
Which, why do I think that whole relationship might change?
Oh, it will. We then got to, I guess it was essentially is the next day, as Kota is off at Drippers. And can't eat because, yeah. You know, people are really focusing way too hard on the fact that Kota hasn't eaten that much. Which, to be fair, I think that's an effect of the lock seeds. And maybe not a true effect of the Kiwami lock seed.
Yeah, but it's happened more after the Kiwami.
True.
But every instance we've seen it happen in, he's been patrolling the city, and we already know that it's not uncommon for them to just grab a random lock seed and use it as a food source.
Hell, Takatora's been doing that. We haven't seen Takatora eat anything all show. Like, ever.
So perhaps it's a case of you get so much nutrients out of the lock seeds that it really fills you anyhow.
It's like I've lost taste for regular food. It's like the lock seeds just are the only thing that gives me food anymore. Takatora drops by to get Kota to at least consume the nutrients from a lock seed, and the two have a little chat about Michi. Takatora, of course, blames himself for everything because that's just who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Kota, of course, blames himself for everything because he wasn't a good enough friend, and Takatora blames himself for not being a good enough brother. And Takatora tells him, he would have turned out better if you were his brother. Well, about that. Look, it's been perfectly clear. Kota has been the focus of all of Michi's just delusional anger for the last few weeks.
Yep.
So yeah, things aren't happening. And the whole conversation essentially ends with Takatora going, "You know what? I'm gonna take care of things." He doesn't say it out loud, but that's the essential resolve he has, is he's gonna take care of things. So he heads off to the Kirishima mansion, picks up his driver and melon lock seed, which he had in a suitcase in the mansion. Smart.
Why Michi didn't try to find it is a whole nother question.
Maybe he didn't know where the fuck he kept it.
You
Which
can't tell me they lived in the same house and he didn't have a clue as to where his brother kept stuff.
he didn't know. He didn't know Takatoa was a fucking writer until like 15 episodes in. The only reason.
The sneaky little prick, you seriously want to believe, did not know where he hid stuff.
True.
Yeah,
I think it breaks down to Michi didn't care.
that was what it was at the point.
Yeah. Ah. Takatoa grabs his belt, grabs his melon lock seed, sends an email to Michi because I guess he figures Michi's at his fucking desk. Since he's dressed like him, has his fucking clothes, has his haircut. Fuck it, he's probably at my desk right now, trying to act like me.
Well, keep in mind, too, Minato knows the truth.
Yeah.
They already discussed. Michi's done made it a point to tell everyone that he has been in Yggdrasil Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Put two and two together, more than likely he's sitting near a computer. More than likely Takatora's.
Yeah. I love the running joke of Toga Nation's recent podcast of them continue going for like when Takatora's like, he's got my belt, he's got my clothes, he's got my haircut. What the fuck, Michi? Like, it's true. Like, and again, this has been a running thing throughout the show, and something I kind of found out about because Vangelis on a different podcast said it. Michi has slowly but surely started to act like his brother.
Yeah.
Like, mimic him. Even down to how he walks. Which, I applaud Michi's actor for doing so. Of being able to, like, mimic another character down to body language. Yet still retain, like, bits and pieces of Michi's character. Like, that's impressive. Because we're talking about, like, Ryoteru from Den-O, which, honestly, no matter how you feel about this episode, you gotta give Ryoteru's actor credit for being able to mimic being able to play 5 different characters in one show. 5! 4 which he has to do just by body language. And mouthing and just saying the lines, but then being dubbed over by the voice actor. It is impressive. And honestly, you should probably just watch Den-O just for that. Because you know how Ryoteru has to be possessed by the Imagine to get his different forms?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that out of suit too. So all of a sudden, Ryoteru has to act like each of the other Imagine. Or he's possessed by each of the other Imagine, and they overtake his body and are doing their own thing. Granted, these guys have their own suit actors for their suits. But this is Ryoteru's actor having to play those characters. 4. At the same time. 4. Sometimes in quick succession. It is impressive.
I bet there's a big blooper reel with that show, though.
I would hope so, because that would be fantastic. But yeah, it's kind of like, you know how when the Imagine Tennis, oh, I forgot her name, from Decade?
Yeah.
You know what happened when they possessed her, right?
Yeah.
Imagine doing that the entire show. That's what he had to do the entire show. Costume change, have to completely become a different character. Anyway. Takatoa sends the email. The battle is set as Michi sees the email come in. Literally from Takatoa. Next day, we see the rest of the riders evacuating civilians from the city, and all that are left are the ones that are in Yggdrasil Tower. Kota drops.
Or presumably on their deathbed.
And are already dead, including Rat and I forgot her name already. The other guy chick. I'm sorry, anyone on the team outside of my have not been that focused. The only reason Rat has been focused is because he got injured in a fight. That was kind of it. It's the only reason he's noteworthy. He's that one guy that got injured and we thought he was infected, but no, he's not. Alright. Koza drops by after him doing his patrol, asks where Takatori is. Mai hasn't seen him. Minato, on the other hand, walks out, all suspicious-like, which causes Kota to go, "Where is he?" And she pretty much tells him, he's gonna go fight Michi. I wouldn't go that way if I were you. This is a fight between brothers. Kota's like, fuck this, goes to either stop the fight or I don't know what. At least talk to Michi, maybe.
But more likely that's what it'd be.
Yep. But he is intercepted on his run by Ryu, who decides that, look, you're not interrupting this fight. This is far too entertaining. I'll fight you. Which, this interrupts the Melon Bowl as well, but we'll get to the whole fight here in a little bit. Which, for whatever reason, people were really upset about it. I wasn't.
The dual fight at the same time?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a bad thing.
No, it was like, fight just gets started up, and then we cut Dakota trying to make his way there, which we know he's doing, but he's interrupted by Ryu. And we get the entire fight there before we go back to the Melon Bowl. Mm-hmm. But we get a solid, 6-minute fight from there on of just Takatora and Michi. Including with just a commercial break to break it up. Yeah, Kota's not too happy about this. Goes Kachidoki. Gets into a little bit of trouble, but is able to fight Ryu off. Then goes Kiwami and just goes to town. Like he always does.
But, there again, Kachidoki was keeping up with Ryu.
Yeah.
Truthfully, in light of how he's done in the past, there's no reason why Kota needs Kiwami yet either.
Yeah. He seems to only break out Kiwami when he gets pissed.
That's all it is. That's his I'm pissed, so I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that's dumb because he could do it with Kachidoki if he tried.
Yeah. And once again, I love the creativeness they're doing with all the this weaponry at their disposal. Shooting off the Budoriko's bullets, having them be floating in midair before they're smacked off by the Donkachi. Because we have to come up with creative uses to use the damn squeaky hammer. We can't just have Kiwami use the squeaky hammer. It would be kind of embarrassing.
Although I think Kiwami's used the squeaky hammer more than we've seen it used by the respective writer.
I think we've seen, yeah, we've seen the squeaky hammer being used there more than Jinochi has probably henshined.
Yeah. Because we've seen it, just about every episode Kiwami's been used in?
Outside of debut fight, yes, I believe so.
So, yeah.
It might have been out maybe once with the bullfight, but yeah, it's been there every time.
You know what? I don't think it was in the bullfight, actually.
Oh.
I don't think. It might have been, but if it was real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Ryu, surprised by this being the power of the fruit of knowledge, or the golden fruit, or whatever fucking name you want to give it.
The golden apple.
The magical MacGuffin fruit.
Well, we do technically know it's a golden apple.
I know. I call it the magical MacGuffin fruit because, yes, it's magical, it's a fruit, and it's the MacGuffin of the damn show at this point. That's what everyone is after. And by everyone, I mean not the villains, because they already have it, but they don't want to use it.
No, Reggie's after it.
Oh yeah, I'd rather use after it. Raju has it, but he don't want it. He doesn't want it.
But he don't want to give it to anyone else either.
Yeah. He'd much rather just blow the damn thing up if he could.
If he thought he could get away with it, I think he would.
Alright. Eventually, Reju books it off to a rooftop and goes, "Well, things have started for you too. I'll be glad to see you come to know what your power is," and bolts off to go enjoy the fight. While Kota keeps going to wherever the hell the fight is. Which, by the way, is all he does this episode.
All he successfully does is run.
Yes. And get caught and get interrupted to be put in another fight, which makes me go, where the fuck were they fighting? Did Takatoru set up a place that would be so far away, but by the time Kota heard it, the fight would have been over?
Probably.
Which finally leads us to the highly anticipated Melon Bowl. Takatoru and Michi both stand off, trade words about each other. Takatoru tells Michi he's his shadow, and that's why he must destroy him, because he's the embodiment of all his failures. Michi tells him that because he's his shadow, he needs to break away and, well, destroy him. So yeah, both going for a kill in this. Initially, at least.
Yeah.
They both mention, they both duke it out, and pretty much Takatoru controls this fight every chance he gets.
Now, something about the fight that I thought was a little unique. You got Takatoru with Zangetsu.
Uh-huh.
He blocks a shot from the sonic arrow with the shield.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think that would be possible because of the simple fact of the Genesis stuff is supposed to be more powerful.
Tom, I'm going to point you to later on where Takatoru blocks Sonic Arrow shots, charged Sonic Arrow shots, mind you, by simply having the saber and spinning in a circle.
It's one of those that part of me wants to believe they kind of made him OP on purpose for this fight. But then the other part of me thinks, okay, how come no one else could even think to keep up with him? It's odd.
Yeah, pretty much. Takatoru controls this fight. Michi gets the upper hand because he throws dirt in the visor, which obscures Takatoru's view, which essentially just gets his shield knocked away, and he's down to his Muso saber. And they go to the edge of the water a bit before they trade words once more. Then fight starts back, and pretty much Takatoru keeps the assault going. Let's see. Michi charges up a melon energy charge, while Takatoru, to everyone's joy, does a melon squash with just the saber, and pretty much is able to just knock away all of Michi's shots before the fight continues. It even blocks the shots, but just by having the saber and spinning in the circle, which I assume is the squash, because I'm guessing he keeps it for the entire fight. But yeah, I mean, eventually, Takatoru's got Michi kind of down on one knee, goes for the kind of the big slash attack, stops because of poorly timed flashback to childhood to remind him, dude, it's my brother. I can't do this. Which someone complained that was bad writing. I personally go, okay, yes, it's very cliched. But what were you expecting Takatora to do there?
Finish him.
Would he?
I don't think he would.
Yeah.
Every one of Takatora's attacks throughout the whole show, even back when everyone was pegging Yggdrasil to be the main bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
every one of his attacks against any other rider was not to end them.
No.
It was to knock them on their butt and make them stop.
Yeah. Hell, the only reason Hase's belt got destroyed is because Takatora's people were in trouble, and he wanted to go, but Hase wanted to pick a fight. And he got pissed. And actually destroyed the belt before he killed them.
Which, that was a complete accident.
Yeah. He was even like, shit. Like, literally, that was his first reaction after he destroyed the belt. It was like, oh, shit. Oops.
Hit the wrong spot there.
Was trying to knock him on the Damn me, my immense power.
But every one of his fights, it was simply just to knock them on their ass and get them to step away.
Mm-hmm.
He never went for the kill.
No.
So, really, that one should have been set up from the start.
Yeah.
Really, the whole, we figured he'd end Michi shouldn't have been thought of that way. More along the lines of, he'd at least destroy the belt.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I wouldn't think Michi would die here. His whole story is coming into conflict with Koda. He's always in conflict with Koda, which means Michi's final fight in the show should be against Koda. That's the way they're going. It's not going to be against Takatora. Yes, they'll have their fight, but it won't be the final fight for Michi. Michi needs to have a final fight with Koda to resolve their story. Mm-hmm. So I figured, oh, belt will get destroyed. Nope. Because Takatora stops his sword. Michi takes his opportunity, does a Millen Energy Squash, does a Shoryuken slash to Takatora, knocking the belt into a bush nearby, which, yes, it does. I checked the HD footage myself. It does.
I saw it again, too, when I watched through the sub. Even the SD version, you can see where it goes flying into the bush.
Yeah. Whether or not the Melon Lockseed is, like, undamaged or not, or the belt is undamaged or not, I don't know. I'm going to assume no.
Well, now, when I was watching the Raw, I could have sworn I saw the Lockseed go separate from the belt. I didn't catch it when I was watching the sub.
Yeah.
But I could have just missed it then. But I could have sworn the Lockseed went separate from the belt.
I don't know. I didn't see anything else besides the belt go flying.
Yes.
Like, maybe pieces of the armor, but not anything, like, noticeably looking like a Lockseed.
But, you know, something that made me think, just made me think about right there.
What?
Takatora was sinking in the water, correct?
Yes.
Still in suit.
No, he dehensions. He's not in the suit.
Yeah, after he went down so far.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells me that he wasn't knocked out immediately anyhow. Because we know if you've got enough willpower, you can literally rip the belt off and put another belt on.
AKA Kaito. and his fancy little trick, which, by the way, he does it again this week.
Holy shit.
He's just like, yes, I'm taking this belt off, putting this other one on. What? That defies writer logic. Fuck you, I defy fate, damn it.
So, I mean, we clearly know that the suits can be kept on even after the belt's off.
Yeah.
If they have the willpower to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me he had to have at least been conscious the first bit of the fall.
Yeah, he was conscious because you see him like eyes wide open, and what I'm thinking, and what I would have to think that he's thinking of, holy fucking shit, Michi just fucking hit me.
I I almost think after that fight, and we know that in some form Takatora is going to be in next week's episode.
Yes.
I think one of two things might happen. One, that's the ghost there to torment the ever-loving shit out of Michi, and God, I hope that happens. Or two, we don't know where Bravo was during the fight.
No, because
Period.
Bravo's nowhere near in this episode. And in fact, even in this week's episode, he doesn't appear out of suit. It's just his suit with him voice acting it. Which is a bit odd, but I think they compensate for it by just having Bravo wear the shirt for the soccer team, just because, it's Bravo. He does funny things like this.
But we have no clues to where Bravo is. He's the only one that has fell in love with Takatora.
Yeah. Dude is ex-military. Like,
my guess would be the only other option, if he isn't back as a ghost to just torment and torture the fuck out of Michi, is that possibly Bravo saved him.
That's a very plausible solution to keeping Takatora alive.
That's the only other option that I think would work.
And I think it would be funnier if Takatora did get Jim a Melon, as it's been rumored, but it was rumored to be happening after this episode because Takatora was supposed to destroy the belt, get the Melon Energy Lock Seed, and maybe the energy core from his old belt, and become Jim a Melon, and the power was duplication. So what if all these ghosts of Takatora that Michi keeps seeing is just duplicates of Takatora that he sent out to just fuck with him? And he just makes them disappear when it's timely.
I know there's going to be some reason as to why he's in the episode. The question's going to be why.
Well, I think the better question is, will there be a twist to this or not? Because even the preview for this week's episode just flat out says Michi is hallucinating that Takatora is around him. That is just flat out a thing that is happening. So whether or not it is what it is just that, or it is something more, we have to wait.
Well, okay. To this I say, you know as well as I do, usually the most shocking thing happens at the end of the episode leading into the next one.
Yeah. And more often than not, the preview shows something from the final bits of the episode out of context.
Right. So that shot that we've got there with Takatora standing in front of Kaito and Kota facing Michi there, we don't know what that means.
Nope.
We don't know if maybe the first half of the episode Michi's hallucinating because as an after effect from beating his brother, or if he's doing that the whole episode through and that's just part of it. For all we know, he could be hallucinating for like the first half of the episode while we're finding out that say Bravo did save him, and then he shows up at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So I mean that there's so much possibility with that.
Yeah.
Knowing the description, seeing the preview, that still does not really help with the way game's been done.
Yeah. Takatora knocked into the water. We seem to see him sinking to the bottom, unconscious. Although I feel like they hold on that far too much for that to maybe be true.
Yeah.
Like he flips over. Because he falls back first, and then he turns. Which I go, why does... Okay, that seems odd. There's a lot of obscuring with bubbles that are flowing upwards. So I'm like, there is something odd going on here. If this was just Takatora just like floating down, I would think it'd be more dramatic, but no, they seem to be doing more here. And maybe that's what they're doing. Yeah, Michi stands victorious in the melon bowl as Kota keeps running and going, I hope I'm not too late.
Even though he is.
Yes. Thank you.
Too late.
Yeah. He'll be an entire episode and a half late. Because we have to watch him run around all this week. As he continually gets into a fight with the same damn Invest. Because it's Kaito's week for the main plot of the damn show.
Oh, so Kaito gets to be the main writer?
Yeah, it's all about Kaito this week. Literally.
So then we don't get an episode of Kamen Rider Game. We get an episode of Kamen Rider Baron.
Yes, with soccer shenanigans. And our first week of the Guy movie openings.
Great.
Which, you know that big Henshin lineup?
Uh-huh.
We get a little bit of it. And we also get to see a little bit of what I assume is the initial fight. People are passing around a soccer ball of energy. I'm not kidding.
Oh, God.
You have Kiwami and the rest of the riders passing along a soccer ball of energy from the clips I've seen.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this reminds me of old Sentai, where I've seen them, they do this attack where they pass around this ball, and then eventually it gets knocked to the enemies and they blow up. When did Guy become a Sentai show?
About the same time that they decided they were going to copy a Sentai show for Drive.
Apparently. Like, seriously, is no one going to think of that besides me? And I haven't even watched the shows where that is a thing?
Oh, Lord.
Because you've seen it, too. It's in the first episode of Gokaiger. With the Go Rangers with the football that turns into a garbage truck that sucks up the enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, I assume. But yeah. Overall, this is a really good episode, and really goes to further Michi as villain. He's going to be a major villain, and also makes me think, yeah, those two are going to have him and Koto are going to have a final showdown, and Koto will this time commit to a kill, unlike with Yuya.
Yeah.
Yuya, he didn't know he killed. He's gonna take Michi down. Like, he will commit to killing Michi. For whatever reason, through whatever means, he will do it. Alright. Any of your thoughts on the big turning point to 36? Alright. Now we get to finally talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Like an hour after we got started.
Yep.
Episodes 9 and 10. Back from the Dead, Magical Silk Hat. And Blue Eyes White Dragons counterattack. Or in the English, duel with the ghost and give up the ghost.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know where that second title's coming from, but okay. Essentially, we're fighting with Dark Kaiba this week. So, thoughts going into these 2 episodes?
Gonna kind of be interesting to see how they play out. That's for sure.
Do you think it'll live up to the hype of that cliffhanger from last week?
I don't know. I don't know. It might.
Yeah. This will be a good 2-part duel. Outside of the fact that end of the duel involves shenanigans, as far as I remember. Like, there will be end of duel shenanigans. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 kind of has a bad thing about that, of just having having things happen because somehow this plays into the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh!, although not really.
Huh.
Kind of makes me go, I've been watching 5Ds a whole lot. Like, I'm through like 19 episodes, and I'm picking up on Yusei's second duel in the Fortune Cup, like probably after the show. And I've been watching Arc V since it started. And they're a lot more, we are playing by the rules of the show. You know, if shenanigans happen, it's because of something outside of the duel's control. And it's a part of the building mystery of the show. So the whole fact that Yuya has his normal cards of his turned into pendulum monsters, that plays into the whole mystery of his pendant in the mystery of pendulum summoning to begin with, which is somehow legal and works, yet Yuya literally had these cards pop into his hand.
Huh.
Like, you see it in episode 1, I believe. Yeah, he has 3 regular effect monsters that will become his primary pendulum monsters. And it's implied a lot of his other cards get turned into pendulum monsters as well. Why? We don't know. It's a part of this building mystery. So if we have shenanigans, it's the shenanigans that make sense, because they're a part of a mystery that will be explained later.
Hopefully.
Yes. Although I give them... I have confidence in them, because they've been playing it pretty good so far. They've kept duels technical, straightforward, made sure that we're playing by the rules. We keep the explaining to a minimum at best. Sometimes we have to, start explaining things, because we have to explain explain even the old rules along with the new rules in Yu-Gi-Oh! Every show, apparently. Although I think 5Ds does it better, because they just focus on, okay, synchro summoning, new thing, talking about that. All right. Y'all queued up and ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, then. If you want to check out the show with us, head down below in the description. Links are there. That said, queuing up episode 9 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 in 3, 2, 1, go! Yay, more opening narration that we've had. I don't mind opening narration when it's short, but part of me feels like this isn't really short. Okay, we have different subs this week, apparently. Because it didn't do the whole split shadow thing with the subs this week. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes I wonder why people don't question him on the fact that he wears the pyramid around his neck.
Yeah, I know.
Or someone just like jokes about him, like uses it to kind of like insult him. You'd think more of the villains would do that. Okay, so well, he gets control.
Flashback, I guess.
Yeah, last time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Although we didn't get a last time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially,
Yeah.
we get a recap without having a narrator tell us that this is the recap,
Yeah.
which is kind of different. So I'm Dark Kaiba, but you look like Kaiba. I'm Dark Kaiba. Shut up. See, I look different. I'm like darker skinned, and I have this pattern around my below my eyes because apparently I don't sleep well. Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Oh, okay. Are we getting dark? Yugi, your next duel is against the ghost! Booga 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 booga. I just find it odd that this is what they're that this is coming from the villains. You'll be fighting Kaibas. You'll be fighting Kaiba as dead soul. No, you're not fighting just fighting Kaiba
Huh.
because we would not want to totally fuck with you by having you duel Kaiba. This seems to be taking things just a little bit too far for no real reason. Why, yes, I totally can't mimic Kaiba's duel. Kaiba's deck. Which is why I stole his deck. Because Kaiba forgot to grab that on his way out the window.
Yeah.
Yes, it totally isn't like the first turn. Yeah, it totally doesn't prove it. I mean, other people could have Cyclops in their deck.
Yeah. Yes, let's put the biggest thing out first.
Yeah, let's screw it. We're going balls to the wall and decapitating the Cyclops in the process. Okay. Calm down, Yugi. Stop listening to Dark Kaiba. Okay, this is just getting kind of stupid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah,
yes,
it
you're
is.
dueling Kaiba's dead Kaiba's soul. Sure, you can. He can stall you until you deck out. You did take your turn first. You'll deck out before Yugi does.
See, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's just doing his best spy impression. You are terrible security guards.
Pretty
Yes,
much.
yes. Let's totally fall into that trope of guy jumps out of the window into the off the big cliff. He's totally not alive.
And they totally can't hear this.
Nope, can't hear the giant door opening in the front yard. And Kaiba, where's your briefcase? Okay, I was about to say, how the fuck do you still have your briefcase? You went over the wall without it. Okay, I kind of like that. Sendo Kaiba, only secret line. Yes, is the only secret line into my own into my own systems. Okay, this seems elaborate. Yes. Yes, all you have to do is Yugi. All we have to do is have Yugi lose in this tournament. Can't Yugi just be defeated? You know, like he already has by Pegasus? Or do we not count that?
Oh boy.
I love how the AI has quotations for its comments. Granted, I think that's the subtitles, but I would love to think that this AI actually has a personality. Okay, so just be yours, it seems like Kaiba is less of a dick in this scene than the American version. Because I feel
Yeah.
like he's less of a dick.
Yeah.
Like he's less of a dick in general. Uh-oh. Shit! I have nothing to upgrade my black magician, my dark magician with. I'm kind of fucked. Well, there's only three blue eyes in existence outside of, the one that got torn like episode 1,
And
so.
we know the other three were in Kaiba's deck.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Outside of every single back of the card being having Kaiba written in big bold letters, yeah, it kind of is his deck. Are we seriously believing that it is a dead soul? Like, Yugi, shouldn't you be able to detect mystical bullshit like this? Like, I would just buy this more as this is Kaiba, who's decided, fuck you, you defeated me, I'm teaming up with Pegasus and going to fuck your day. Yes, Yugi's dueling data is confidential. So I can totally hack my own shit. I guess that's why Yugi pulled out Dark Magician so quick. Because we have to give Kaiba something to go off of. He can't just pick a random card out of Yugi's deck.
Well, he knows Yugi always likes Black Magician, so yeah.
Yeah. I love how we're getting dramatic music for this big. Yes, Kaiba is hacking shit right now. And also, Kaiba's voice actor is getting way too into this.
Yes.
You are an idiot. Kaiba, just gonna let you know, you're a fucking idiot. Uh-huh. And you couldn't do this after you destroyed Black Magician? And you don't destroy his strong monster first because... I'm not gonna lie, Dark Kaiba's kind of a fucking idiot right now.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody put a firewall here. Yes, let's blow up the door. We're taking
with,
the brute
with
force apart.
virtual TNT.
Mm-hmm. It's an old rusted door. That should be easy. That's a lucky guess, but okay. Why is it the kid also believes this bullshit? Come on, guys. Wait. Part of me think this is where the dub went better because they were like, "Why, yes, this is actually Kaiba." Yes, I'm putting it all in luck. Yes, if he's lucky. Don't pick the wrong one. Don't pick the wrong one. Don't pick the wrong one.
Huh.
Well, not so far.
Don't seem like a lot of bullshittery going on so far.
Well, you've seen the preview, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said so far.
Mm-hmm. I get loud at us. I'm getting the video started up. Loud
Yeah,
at, and I'm sure my mic picked up on. Mm-hmm.
don't know. Didn't really catch it.
But yeah, I just find it odd that it's like, wow, Kaiba is kind of less of a dick about this. Like, I kind of equate him to how Kaito is. And an odd sort of connection between our two
Yeah.
discussion topics. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised so far. Although this whole idea of like, yes, you're dueling Kaiba's dead soul.
Yeah, that's going too far.
Yeah, I'm like, can't it just be Kaiba's impersonator? Like, literally, this is someone impersonating Kaiba,
Seriously.
who's like, I sided with Pegasus because you destroyed me. You
Yeah,
took
something like
everything.
that would even be better.
Yeah. That way you can still have the whole vengeance thing. It's just, yes, he sided with Pegasus because he hates Yugi that much.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, that's going too far.
Which I think was the whole thing with the dub, is that they took out the whole Dead Soul thing, because first and foremost, that would not go by censors here.
No.
And secondly, it kind of makes more sense that it is Kaiba's impersonator. Alright. You ready to get started with
Uh,
episode
yep.
10? Alright then, starting off episode 10 and ending off our 2 episodes for the week in 3, 2, 1, go. Opening narration!
Again. But we're gonna get annoyed by this by the end of it.
Oh god, yes! For fuck's sakes, can't we move on? I'm about ready to say, fuck it, we're gonna skip opening narration and just skip right straight to the opening sequence. And just get right rolling with this damn show. Which, I didn't realize that Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually meant something. I thought it was just supposed to be the title of the franchise. I didn't think it had actually any actual meaning, but no, it is actually meant to be King of Games. Which now makes every like show after this make me go, King of Games GX? King of Games 5Ds? Oh, okay, this is just getting weirder by the minute.
Yeah.
Last
Last
time.
time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though we didn't get it again.
Yeah. I actually think you nailed the tone for the dub one.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it was just Yugi's voice after going, last time on Yu-Gi-Oh! As cards went past him, and that was your screen transition. Which I think is something you can't actually do. Because I'm not sure how that would work. Because the trap should activate no matter what happens.
Miss number 2.
Mm-hmm. AKA Spellbinding Circle. Or in this case, Spellbinding Bubble!
You know, neither monster gets buffs off of the arena.
Apparently not. Because I think Dark Magician would require like a darkness battleground, and I don't remember what field gives dragons boost. I think it's mountain. Oh yeah, it is mountains because I played Dragonity, and mountains gives dragons a boost.
Huh.
Jesus. To be fair, I beat you once already. It's just I lucked out and pulled Exodia. Although I could, like, delay all day with that one. And also, to be fair, all I have to do is not play a monster and I win. Yeah, that's a dick move. This is gonna count on my record then. Uh, uh, the, what about Spellbinding Circle? See what I mean about shenanigans? We're gonna inject the virus into the card's hologram in order to decrease its attack power. We're totally not cheating here, by the way, and this is the good guys.
Well, truthfully, Kaiba just wants to make sure that this shit doesn't go on.
True.
And Yugi has absolutely no knowledge of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the virus is already halfway there, but yeah, nothing's happening. 70%? Nope. Isn't this virus just timely? I don't know, you could deck Mr. Security Guy over there. That's got a long way to go before it's actually gonna matter. I hate bad people.
Pegasus knows.
Yeah, because Pegasus isn't it though. Who called in Bugs Bunny's stupid cousin? Pegasus! How dare you send this Bugs Bunny knockoff to me? Uh, guys, you're not gonna check the. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to ignore the. I guess we're going to ignore the trapdoor that's somewhere in the grounds. I've seemed to have gained psychic powers. It's almost like Kaiba called my name from somewhere and was trying to help by cheating. The fuck, dude? I have more integrity than that.
Shenanigans.
Yep. Yugi lives to fight another day because Kaiba cheated on his behalf. Double shenanigans because it wasn't the cheating. Except Yugi, who destroyed the first Blue Eyes like 5 minutes ago. Remember that? Just saying.
Dude, I think you need a bigger seat.
Yeah, he's about as big as the damn damn console. Fuck. Yes, by magical plot convenience means because we couldn't come up with another explanation. And now he's gonna delay until then.
Pretty much.
Hey, Celtic Guardian! Or Elf Swordsman, which is a bit more of a generic name. I'm gonna say trap card.
Probably.
Okay, he didn't do that in the dub.
Hmm.
Yes, that's the issue. Draw blue eyes. Rat row.
Time for more shenanigans.
Yes, magically explode for no understandable reason outside of Heart of the Cards. Which makes no sense because that's Yugi's thing, not Kaiba's thing. So why would Kaiba's monsters react to Heart of the Cards shenanigans?
Yes, destructive burst stream instead
Mhm.
of regular burst stream.
No, he actually placed that first before you put down Mirror Force, so he was being cautious. Well, that's still his blue eyes, but okay.
No, it's not his blue eyes, it's Kaiba's blue eyes.
Which is not a card he played. Although technically all he has to do is just destroy the blue eyes with the blue eyes he has, and then wait for him to play something because he'll be out of shit to do.
See, that one makes sense for him calling it a different attack.
Yes. Yep. Wow, Yugi's pissed enough that he broke the wine glass. Although I believe in the dub, this dude was actually Kaiba's dark half that was expelled in episode 1. Which I guess is what it's supposed to be here, but I guess not. Somebody forgot to make sure he didn't run off with Mokuba.
Bravo!
Joey! Tristan, you had one job! Make sure that he didn't take Mokuba away, and look what you did. You goofed.
Yugi's up there doing all this work, and you three just decide to let him go.
Well then, as the credit song rolls, thoughts on the Dark Kaiba duel?
A lot of shenanigans.
Yes.
Lot of shenanigans.
I love them shenanigans.
Yeah. And I think it's official. Yugi's pissed.
Oh yeah. It's like, you soiled Kaiba's soul? Motherfuck you!
I think according to Yugi, Pegasus is at Michi's level.
Mm-hmm. You sent an imposter Kaiba to fight me? Send someone better next time. Kaiba had a better showing. I had to bust out Exodia for that shit. Here, all I had to do was revive his own damn monster. And do bullshit transfer.
Yeah. Which, there again, I'm assuming that's not how that card works.
No, he explained how that card works. And that's not how that card works.
Oh, it really is?
Yeah, he explained it. It increased the attack and defense power of Mystic Elf.
Huh.
So why would it transfer power if that's not a thing he said it did? Okay, apparently it's Mystic Elf's effect, but Mystic Elf was a normal monster and not an effect monster, so therefore it doesn't have an effect. So, yeah. Chalk that up to an animation error and not having Mystic Elf be colored as an effect monster. So that would make sense.
Oops.
Yeah. That's an animation error, not a duel error. At least according to the Yu-Gi-Oh Wikipedia.
So the duel was actually legit.
Yes, outside of Blue Eyes being destroyed for some odd reason.
Yeah, the melting of the blue eyes.
Yes.
And that's about the only thing that can be said.
Like, let me see if they have an explanation. All right, that's in 10. Hang on, hang on. I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there.
Maybe.
Do. Oh, okay. Apparently, the second Blue Eyes heard Kaiba call out and said, "Oh, you're not Kaiba." Boing, and destroys itself.
Huh.
Yes. That's what it that's what the wiki says apparently.
Hmm. So the heart of the cards?
Yes. Again, heart of the cards. Which again, I go, why the fuck would the Blue Eyes do that? That's Yugi's thing, not Kaiba's thing. I would think Kaiba would be. I think the Blue Eyes would be like, motherfucker, I'm being controlled by someone besides Kaiba. Fuck you. I chalk that more up to the Blue Eyes is pissed that someone else is dueling with him. If we're gonna go that route. Which, if we're gonna go over the route of the monsters have personalities, why don't we see this more often? Like seriously,
seriously.
like seriously, this would be really cool if they could like base an entire show around this, that the monsters are actually real.
Basically have that whole monster summoner combination go on there.
Yes, that's kind of what Arc V is doing, except the monsters don't like truly have personalities, but because of the technology they're using, they are in fact real, like physically real. And I guess they just take on personalities of whatever is associated with the card, I guess. It's kind of what Arc V is doing, like, although they haven't really explored it. Which hopefully they do, because that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, pretty good two episode duel.
Yeah, there really wasn't too much shenanigans going on.
We had an animation error that in turn caused a duel error, but I guess we'll let that one slide, even though Mystic Elf is technically a normal monster and not a effect monster, as far as I know. Yeah, because I had that card.
I hear a wild Glock in the TeamSpeak.
Mm-hmm. Again, a little late. But, yeah, I think we'll end off.
Right then.
As I accidentally hit a button.
What button did you hit?
I hit the close hangout button. Because I was trying to close another tab.
Well then.
Yes.
So that's why he went quiet all of a sudden, huh? Okay.
So, next time, Joey steps up to the plate once more to have another duel, and this time it's a two-parter against the other person from episode 1, Rexarapta. Can Joey survive the onslaught of his dinosaurs?
Doubt it.
To be fair, if he had the deck that his Ace Monsters built around, he would probably fare a lot better. just in case you people don't know, there are a lot of cards around the his Ace Monster, which we'll get to next week because it hasn't shown up in the show. But until then, that'll do it for
Ramp It Up, Saloon.
I'm Pacemaker2448, closing out the Google Hangouts tab on a timely basis this time around, saying good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next round of the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks on our site at tgstgsr.org. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter at TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegaming-saloon, and on YouTube at youtube.com/TGSaloon. Till next time.